Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wrestling Territories podcast. Tonight, I want to do what I'm going to start doing a little bit more, which is talking about more modern day wrestling stuff, some headlines and things like that. But I'm always going to be doing my territory podcast where we go back in time and talk about the days of old. But tonight, we're going to take a look at some more modern stuff, AEW, WWE, etc. Stay tuned. So one thing I have found out, it looks like according to WrestlingHeadlines.com, let me pop over there and talk to you about that. A report they've gotten from Dave Meltzer from the Wrestling Observer. Take that at face value. I'm not a huge fan of Dave, but anyway, what they've got is showing that Malachi Black looks like his contract's coming up soon, and it looks like, according to Meltzer, that there's also talks with the WWE that he is expected there once his contract expires. That's been the case for a while, but evidently there has been talks with the WWE creative team talking about him coming back to the WWE. Now, I don't expect that to be the Royal Rumble, so I wouldn't even go there. I'm not really sure when his contract expires exactly, but that is kind of a shot in the arm for AEW because AEW's House of Black is really, really good. But now, when Black was in WWE, he had a good run going, and I was really surprised when they did let him go. But if he is returning to the WWE, I'm sure Triple H, I'm sure the creative team will really have a lot going for him, and they will have something good, a good storyline figured out for him. Either way, it'd be good to see what happens to Malachi Black. Okay, and another AEW news, a pretty big announcement is that the AEW has officially signed Ross and Marshall Von Erich, which I think is fantastic. I like the Von Erich brothers; they're very, very good. I think they got a lot to show everybody when they do get on the big stage. They've been in Ring of Honor as six-man tag team champions with Dustin Rhodes. I remember seeing them in MLW for a bit. They're very good, and I being showcased more on Dynamite and Collision would be excellent for them. Be interesting to see what they do with storylines, maybe with the Young Bucks. Who knows what they may do? Maybe even with FTR. But I think that either way, that it's going to be a good thing to have the Von Erichs there, and just continuing on the tradition of the Von Erichs. Ross and Marshall, if you've never seen them, go check them out on YouTube. There's some videos you can see of them. That's going to be a good signing for AEW. All right, and more AEW news I'll throw out there real quick. It looks like, they're giving Powerhouse Hobbs a good push. I think that's well deserved. He is a very good athlete and very good in that ring. So I think that having his push is absolutely going to be fantastic. I have a lot of respect for him. I think he's going to do well if he becomes the AEW champion. It's going to be good to see him and Moxley in a feud. And I think it could last for a bit if they just really work on it hard, and it could end up being like a big pay-per-view event to where he could win that championship. But I think Hobbs should definitely be the AEW champion, and I'm very happy to see him getting that push. Okay, so we're going to transition over to WWE for just a minute. And the Netflix show looked to be pretty cool. I don't have Netflix, but I have seen all the clips and stuff they put out. The ring is very interesting, seeing how it's all kind of more just red and black, everything. And I think they've done real well with trying to make Netflix and Raw go, smoothly. And from what I understand, it did go smoothly. And it's really good to see that Rock gave acknowledgement to Cody Rhodes. Roman Reigns, maybe that feud's over with Solo, or at least coming to an end pretty quick. It's been going on for a bit, but it looks like Roman Reigns has got the edge on him a little bit from War Games and then the Netflix matchup, the Tribal matchup. But either way, it looked like it went off with not a bad hitch at all. I think it worked good for him. SmackDown's tonight, so as I'm filming this, SmackDown's actually coming on right now, so I have to check out what happened with it. But as far as the Royal Rumble goes, it's on February 1st, which I think I don't know if it's ever been that late before. It's always been January that I can remember. It could have been late at some other time way back in the day, but it is, I believe, February 1st. And personally, my favorite would be Seth Rollins. I like to see him win it, but I don't think he's going to. I think what the WWE will probably end up doing is giving that to CM Punk and probably end up being a CM Punk Gunther main event for WrestleMania. Hard to tell what they'll do with Cody Rhodes. I mean, it's been a bit since Cody Rhodes has had any feud with Roman Reigns, so I don't know that they will actually go with that again. It might be Solo. Who knows? But I really believe that CM Punk will be the winner of the Royal Rumble. And so I want to kind of end this podcast. It's going to be a quick, short podcast, but I do want to end it with, I know there's a lot of hate towards the AEW. A lot of people is down on them a lot, but I really believe that AEW is going to turn around and start getting their ratings back, start doing good. I really believe that it just takes a couple of good storylines for the AEW to start pushing out again. I was very thankful to see him here in Asheville, North Carolina. That's where I was born and raised, and I did not go see it in person, but I did catch it on TV on the Max app, and very impressed at how that went. And very thankful for AEW to come here and do a benefit show for people here in Nashville. And hopefully they'll come back again and be good. Professional wrestling in Nashville has been kind of lackluster over the last several years. WWE has been here a few times. WCW is here all the time with Nitro and Fall Brawls and things like that, pay per view type stuff. But AEW is very thankful to see them come here and do what they did. It's very nice of them to do that. And like I say, I think it's going to take a few good storylines if things start going good. Maybe Powerhouse, Hobbs, Moxley, that might be pretty good. Uh, Fletcher, Osprey, you got, gosh, a lot of good talent in AEW. Now the Von Erich is going to be coming up. So it'd be interesting to see what AEW is going to do in the future. So hopefully things will get turned around and get better for them over the time, over the next few months or so. Maybe they can get things going good. Remember, I always think back to the Monday Night Wars. I always think about how WWE struggled against WCW for 83 weeks. I think we all remember that. But it didn't take long for AEW to find their way again and start beating WCW. And I would say AEW could do the same. And also, it's not a war. It's not like a Monday Night War, so it's a totally different situation. But I really believe AEW can figure it out and get it going good again, and the ratings will go up. They'll be having big sellout crowds. I think that can happen for AEW. But I don't care for all the hate from either side. I think there's enough room, like I've said before in another podcast, there's enough room for all kinds of wrestling. MLW, NWA, doesn't matter what it is. But AEW, I think, will get it going again. I think they'll get momentum and they'll start running good. And next thing you know, they'll catch on fire again and do good. AEW's got a lot going for it. I think they have a lot of talent. So maybe cut back a little bit on the talent and just focus on some main storylines. And I think they'll get it going good again. But that's just kind of my opinion. And until next time, God bless. See you soon.